So hey guys, Dr. Anderson here, and I'm here with Alan and Dimple, and Dimple and Alan are from up in Canada. They came down, and we really appreciate when people come that distance. It takes a lot of faith to come in here and trust that we may be able to help them. And she's got an interesting history because she has kind of a combination of restless legs and neuropathy, and which is not uncommon. Some people can have a little bit of both. Some people have mainly neuropathy, some have restless legs. But if you're new to our YouTube channel, understand that we really believe that many times for most people this can be an actual compression issue with compression, but tight tunnels in the legs. And the interesting story that Dimple has is a lot of this might have been related to the COVID vaccine, and she's not the first that we've seen with what we feel might be an adverse effect of a COVID vaccine. And I'll let them kind of explain the story. When I did my Zoom meeting with her, I just won't forget because Alan did a lot of the speaking for her, and he may do that today, which is great. But he's very articulate, and really wanted to help his wife. And I saw her in the background when we did this, and I could just tell she was in a lot of pain and was unable to walk. And I was hoping to God I could help her, and so I think we may have accomplished that.
Good.
Right. Okay. So we're really happy. I do have this not work for some people, and it really hurts when it doesn't help. But I really think she's on a good pathway. And but I just remember how much I saw you suffering. I was like, God, I want to help you, and I think we're doing it. So anyway, I'll let you take over, Alan, and just explain a little bit about the history in your own words. So.
Sure. So Dimple's a little camera shy. That's why I'm taking over.
Okay.
About 4 years ago, after the second dose of the Pfizer vaccine, she developed complications with her lower extremities, her legs, and particularly she was feeling burning, extreme squeezing, and stabbing. And we visited 3 different neurologists, all of whom are well respected in Toronto, and they've all said that it's neuropathy, but none of them were able to identify as potentially restless leg syndrome and that there was a potential solution.
Right.
So they send us back home every time without an answer of what to do next other than painkillers.
Right.
So after the surgery,
Right.
If I may...
And how did you find out? You just looked on
through YouTube.
Okay.
I saw your YouTube channel, I bought your book,
Okay.
I read about it, and
Okay.
what you said made logical sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the consultation, we were able to put 2 and 2 together and said, oh my God, Dr. Anderson has identified what the problem is and there's a cure.
Right. Okay. Pretty good. And so, you want to say anything, Dimple? You're roughly 50%, would you say?
I would say 50%.
50% better.
Yeah.
And if you might notice in the room here, over to the right, there's a walker, and you were walking around with that because of, I guess I would say, lack of feeling, and even more so weakness, right?
Yeah.
And now you're able to walk without that. Is that correct?
Very, yeah.
You feel pretty comfortable walking a pretty far distance?
My
without it?
energy is like so much better.
Energy's better?
Yeah.
Sleeping better?
Sleeping better, more mobile, for
Right.
sure.
Okay, good.
And not much twitching going on.
Yeah, twitching is all this, the burning sensation you said is
Burning,
all
yeah.
this as
So
well.
that's a
Yeah.
lot of symptoms.
Yeah.
When you come in to see us, understand, I think there's like 16 symptoms you can have, 15 or 16 when you look at restless legs and neuropathy. There's lots and lots there. So, and I'm so glad they shared this because, and whatever your opinion is on the vaccine, whatever, it's over. We've had the vaccines, but I want it to be known out there that there is a potential we can help people, and it's real. And I think one thing that I don't want you thinking about when you're watching this is I don't want you feeling crazy, like feel ashamed, or this is a real problem, and it was a real problem for her. And it's not like you're crazy or anything, folks, because it's happened to people, and we need to move on. And I want people to know out there that, hey, if you're one of these people suffering a lot, you may want to consult with us and do what Dimple and Alan did, and maybe there's a chance we can help you too. But, and she was a bad case. Not everybody that has vaccine has a really bad reaction. Most people don't have any reaction, right?
Right.
But when they do have a nerve reaction, if it's mild, maybe there's other things that you don't need to do surgery. There's things that you can do besides surgery, but you were a bad case.
No.
Yeah, I feel so privileged to honored that you guys came down and trusted that we could help you. And
Well, thank you
We're
for
here,
having us.
yeah.
We're more grateful
We're
to
happy.
you. Thank you.
Meeting you
Appreciate
and
it.
helping me.
What's that?
I'm happy being here, meeting
Yeah.
you and just helping me.
I'm very glad
Which
you came.
been suffering 4.5 years,
I
and
know.
this is a miracle. Yeah.
And you can see some hope now, can't you?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. Okay, you take care.
Thanks, Dr.
Anyway, thank you, and you did a great job on the YouTube video. So, anyway, if you're watching for the first time, don't forget we have a Facebook community too. You can look at us on Facebook, find us there, but also consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Lots of comments you might have, please consider commenting or asking questions about this situation. One thing I'm going to mention really quick before we go. When you have a COVID vaccine, I think it could be toxic to the nerves. That's just an idea. And if you're already having nerve tunnels that are already tied going into the vaccine, that might be why the vaccine might have triggered it. Because if some people's immune system might make them a little more likely to get a toxic reaction to the vaccine, then they're set up with tight tunnels being already there to have these symptoms.
Correct. Makes
Follow
sense.
me? So that's kind of what we do. If you're wondering, how does the surgery work? Because these open up tunnels, that's a connection. It starts with toxicity to the nerve from something, and it can be even from chemotherapy sometimes. But in this case, it might be from COVID vaccine, and then we open up and decompress the tunnels, and we can get relief for you folks. And you're not the first one, but we've had some other ones that have been coming in. So, but anyway, thank you again for watching, and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, and comments, please. Thanks.